The call came while I was folding her clothes. Not mine, not ours. The hotel tag still clung to the collar like a confession that hadn't learned how to whisper yet. I remember the smell first. Clean detergent layered over something sour. Metallic, wrong. My fingers hesitated inside the sleeve. That's when I saw it. A chalky smear near the seam. Dry, careless, left behind by someone who assumed it would never be noticed. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. I didn't answer. I already knew what it would be. I stood there in the quiet of our bedroom, sunlight cutting through the blinds in neat prison bars, holding my wife's blouse like evidence. My pulse didn't spike. My hands didn't shake. What moved inside me was slower, denser. I folded the shirt carefully, placed it in a plastic bag, tied it once, twice. Then I finally picked up the phone. Your results are in, the woman said, clinical, detached. You should come in. I asked one question. Is it serious? There was a pause. Yes. That was when I knew. She came home that night glowing. Jet-lagged but alive, like someone who had just escaped gravity. She kissed my cheek, tasted like mint and lies. How was the trip? I asked. Productive, she said. Too fast. Exhausting. She talked about meetings, clients, long dinners. Her words stacked neatly, rehearsed. I watched her hands instead. The faint tremor when she reached for her wine. The way she avoided my eyes when she laughed. I didn't accuse. I didn't ask. I've always believed truth reveals itself faster when you don't chase it. Later, when she slept, I went through her suitcase, slowly, respectfully, like a man searching a grave he already knew the occupant of. No condoms, no lingerie, but a second phone buried in the lining. Burner, no lock. Videos. I didn't open them yet. Some instincts are older than curiosity. The test results arrived the next morning. Terminal if untreated. Transmittable recent exposure. Not mine. I sat at the kitchen table for a long time, staring at the paper like it might blink first. She had brought death into our home, and she didn't even know it yet. I became a ghost in my own life. Smiled when I was supposed to, asked about her day, cooked dinner, kissed her forehead, listened to her complain about work stress while my mind cataloged timestamps and patterns. I watched how she checked her phone when she thought I wasn't looking. I watched how she flinched when I touched her lower back. I watched how guilt made her generous, how she laughed too loud, how she reached for me in bed and pulled away just as quickly. I never confronted her. Instead, I researched the disease, the transmission window, the incubation period. I cross-referenced hotel stays, credit card statements, Wi-Fi logs. The man wasn't a stranger. He was a colleague, married, 2 kids, clean reputation. I found his profile, his conference photos, his smug smile beside my wife, cropped just enough to look accidental. The videos came last. I watched them without sound. Her face wasn't ashamed. It was alive. That hurt more than anything else. I told her I had a doctor's appointment. I didn't tell her why. When I came home, I placed the test results on the table between us. She saw the header first, then the words, then the conclusion. Her face drained of color. What is this? She whispered. A diagnosis, I said. Calm, even. One you gave me. She tried to speak, failed, tried again. I don't understand. I slid the phone across the table, paused the video on her face mid-breath, eyes closed, mouth open in surrender. I do, I said. She collapsed into the chair, hands shaking, mouth open but no sound coming out. The silence stretched until it became unbearable. Please, she said finally. I didn't mean... It doesn't matter what you meant. She started crying then, loud, desperate, animal. I felt nothing. I was going to tell you, she said. I swear. I just didn't know how. I leaned back. You weren't going to tell me, I said. You were going to let me die quietly so you wouldn't have to feel guilty. She looked up, eyes wild. That's not true. I slid another document across the table. His test results, positive. Her mouth fell open. I sent him a message, I continued, from your phone. Told him to get tested. Told him you were scared. You contacted him? I wanted him to know who he hurt. Her hands flew to her face. What are you going to do? She whispered. I stood. Nothing. She froze. That's the punishment, I said. You get to live. Knowing what you did. Knowing I know. Knowing I walked away. I picked up my coat. By the way, I added, turning at the door, your videos are backed up. In case you ever forget who you were, I left that night. Didn't look back. Some people think revenge has to be loud, violent, bloody. They're wrong. The cruelest thing you can do to someone who betrayed you is survive them. I got treated. I healed. She called for weeks. Then months. Then stopped. Last I heard, her marriage ended. Her career stalled. Her health declined. I didn't check again. I didn't need to, because the moment I walked away, I stopped being her victim. And that was the only cure I ever needed.